In the meantime, the U.S. Treasury warning the government is only weeks away from hitting its spending limit. President Obama already saying that he will not negotiate with the Republicans, instead warning that a stalemate will only lead to a new financial crisis. Is that true? John Barrasso, chairman of the Senate Republican Policy Committee. And Senator, good morning to you.
Good morning, Bill.
Is that true? Because we're going to hear a lot about this in the coming weeks.
Well, no, it's not true. The president, Bill, has maxed out the credit card. Now he wants a brand new credit card. This is a president that, when it came to raising the debt ceiling when he was a senator, said it was irresponsible to do so. He said it was because of a failure of leadership. But we have a president who is addicted to spending, and he needs to just look in the mirror because he is the source of the problem. It's his health care law. It's the failed stimulus package. These are things that the president has forced through, the Democrats have gone with, and it is one of the reasons that we are so deeply in debt. But if you're a family and bills are coming in, you take a look at those bills, you say, how can we make sure that we pay these bills? But more importantly, you want to say, how can we make sure we don't have bigger bills to pay in the future?
What idea would you support? Are you on John Boehner's side, who says we'll give you $1 in debt if you give us $1 in spending cuts? Or Pat Toomey, the Republican senator from Pennsylvania, says you can make priority payments to make sure the military is covered in items like that, and then make less priority payments further off in the future. Would you go for one or option number two?
Well, I've co-sponsored Pat Toomey's legislation. It is a temporary measure because we have to get the spending under control. That's the big problem here in this country right now, Bill. We are burying our children and grandchildren under a mountain of debt. And the credit agencies say they're going to lower our ratings, but not because of the debt ceiling, but because they want a credible deficit reduction plan, and the president doesn't seem to be interested in actually coming up with a credible way to deal with the amount of spending we're doing in this country.
If that is the case, then do you think, Senator Toomey, do you think your idea can even get through the Senate?
Well, I would imagine that Harry Reid, under the direction of the president, will try to block those sorts of things. We've done this in the past. I'm going to continue to co-sponsor Senator Toomey's plan. Fundamentally, we have a spending problem in this country. People all across the country know it. They know it in Wyoming. Families have to balance their budget every year. Many states do. We do in Wyoming. It's time for the Senate and the House and the President to get serious about limiting our spending, and specifically the wasteful spending that continues. And in the last hour, Stuart Varney and Martha talked about some of these abuses that continue to go on. People know that their tax dollars are being wasted. We need to get the spending under control.
Yeah, and 2 days ago, Britt Hume told us this will be bloody, this battle.
Well,
will it?
The future of our country is at stake here, and the president just wants to continue on his path of spending. He has said in the past, spending is not the problem. The American people are very disappointed because they know that the president is wrong here. Spending is the problem. We have to get the spending under control.
What does it say about our economic health when Fitch comes out and says we're going to downgrade you anyway, whether you cut a deal now or in a month from now?
And Fitch has specifically said it's because they want a credible deficit reduction plan, a solution, a long-term solution.
Which is what it said last year, too.
And when you take a look at the twin tidal waves coming at us with Medicare and with Social Security, until you deal with those and reform those programs and strengthen them for future generations, we're not going to have solved the problem.
Senator, thank you for your time, and thank you for being patient. John Barrasso,
Thank you, Bill.
on the Hill, Republican from Wyoming.